Hey, it's me, Michael. And have you ever tried to make something customized so it's your own, where if somebody else sees it, it's not like everything else that's out there? I'm going to show you how I used the big ELEGOO Orange Giga Storm 3D printer, along with some hand measurements and some really bad construction, to put together what I thought is a really cool mod for my small RV, but also something you could probably do at home if you had access to machines like this that are larger than they've ever been. In the camper, I used to have this little compartment where the battery goes, and when I first got it, it had this old lithium-ion battery in there. It was kind of by itself, and to the left of it, there was a space where you could put stuff. And here you can see they kind of had wiring loosely going to it from the dealership, and then this empty bay. And it just looked, when you open the door, like things were kind of strewn together at the last minute. And then covering this whole thing was just a piece of sort of birch paneling or plywood, and you couldn't really see anything that was going on in there. And so I measured that compartment, and then I made a viewing window that I thought I can put a piece of plexiglass down in this recess and then screw that onto the piece of wood. So I measured the dimensions off of the wood and brought it into Fusion 360 and left myself some holes to put machine screws through. And then I imported everything over into the ELEGOO Orange Giga Storm slicer, and for the prototype I chose white PLA, thinking that I'll eventually go back and change it to PETG, which is a plastic that's a little more durable, UV resistant, and less inclined to warp when it gets hot in the camper. You've seen me use this big printer before to make big parts like the tabletop in the camper originally. Okay, now I've got the panel cut out, at least I think I do. I'm going to go back and check the edges. Just a quick look here. Could be a lot worse for someone who doesn't know what he's doing and clearly has no respect for routers. But I'll take another slow pass on it just to make sure it's nice and clean, and then we'll look at the plexiglass side of things. There's something very satisfying about having a nice flush professional cut edge, and it was the 3D printer that was able to give me that finished look. So I'm looking forward now to cleaning this up, apologizing to the HOA, and cutting the plexiglass to size and putting it in there next. Okay, I cut this plexiglass out, and you can see here it fits in the recess of the part that we designed in Fusion 360. And now I just have to peel the protective layer off and screw it to the cover plate with the sheet metal screws that I bought, stainless steel. We'll see how it fits. Very nice. Okay, now we're back in the camper, and you can see where this battery compartment is going to go. It's sort of down there, and I have the two BLUETTI batteries here waiting for me. You'll notice in the upper right hand corner there's an indicator light that tells me that everything is functioning okay and the batteries are charging or fully charged, and I can see the COM cable is connected. I like being able to see inside of my control boards, control systems rather. So let's put this on and see how it looks with the new cover. And here's kind of how it looks from back here. I like that I can see the battery because it's such a nice, beautiful looking battery here. And I can also see the LEDs on it, so I know that they're on. And I think it just adds a nice, clean, polished look to that part of the camper.
So I added a blue LED light strip up here. I'm going to try it without a dimmer, but I have a dimmer coming. And I think it just accentuates how beautiful these batteries look. This is the BLUETTI 12.8 100 amp hour. And they're super affordable. They're also very rugged. They have the self-heating element for when it gets really cold, and an amazing BMS system that also has an input here for a COM cable. And you'll see on each battery it says in and out, and I can connect the two batteries in parallel, and the BMS units now know that I have these two things connected and they're sharing charge values with each other. And I just wanted something to accentuate that blue on the BLUETTI, which I think is a really nice futuristic design here, especially their logo. It looks like Transformers or Cybertron or things like that. So I'll put the whole thing together for a dry fit and show you what it looks like. See, now here's how it looks without the without any of the lights on back there. And I think it's just got a much cleaner, more modern aesthetic to it. I love seeing the technology of the vehicles that I'm in, the RVs that I'm in. I want that to be exposed, and I just think that looks pretty awesome. Let's try it with the door closed. Yep, so with the door closed in here, that actually has a really nice reflection off of the bottom lip, and I think this is going to be super nice. I think all that's left to do now is to put a switch in the corner, maybe add the dimmer. I'm not sure. I have everything out external now just to try it, but I'll be able to run those 12-volt lines back into the battery box, and it'll be completely self-contained. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that came out, and the 3D printer really helped this thing pop. I may even go back and print that frame a different color, but for now the white looks pretty good. So that's kind of the cool thing that's available now. If you want to customize something that you own, if you have access to a 3D printer, maybe something even not as large as the Orange Storm Giga, you can break it up into smaller pieces and glue or screw it all together. And just little details like the blue LED and the plexiglass, everything I bought from Home Depot, really make it pop and make it your own. What kinds of projects are you working on, or things have you in the past upgraded or made your own and customized? Let me know in the comments below what you did and how it worked out. Thanks again for everything, and don't forget to follow me, like, or subscribe.